promise not to lie in not one of these verses.
And welcome to episode 2 of MultyVersesMadness. Now, if you haven't noticed, I'm in a different location than I was for the pilot episode. That is because one of the themes of MultyVersesMadness is to capture me in multiple locations during the multiple episodes, which is going to be just fun. So what I've noticed is that before getting to these episodes, there's always some type of madness that I'm facing. So the start of last episode was me just getting in from my birthday, but my daughter Micaiah's party. She didn't get to have an actual party for her birthday last year, December. So I was just getting in, and we just started recording like under the wire of right before it was midnight. So what's happening right now? Because this is an unscripted show, and I'm a night owl, so I think these midnight time frames are they're okay with me, you know. So don't know if y'all hear that, but I got to turn left. So additionally, let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it all. The beginning. So the beginning of all of this Great Chicago Fire Event Reels Affiliation actually starts January 31st. Now the funny thing about this episode, starting on January 30th, is that January 30th was the initial date that our first event headliners was supposed to happen. But the location that we were going to have it at, they shut down due to the Omicron strain of COVID that had broke out. And so I had to scurry last minute. Literally, I scurried on my birthday, which is January 19th, to find a new location for this event to happen. And when I woke up, well, not even when I woke up, but it was late at night, midnight, ironically, when I got the call that I got a location. Reached out to my godfather, and he helped get me a place on my birthday. And then later on that day, I'm getting things together for it. And then one of my daughter's goddads, Viridian, actually called me. And as soon as he called me, I was like, no. Because I asked him, could he reach out to a venue to, about the same thing, to help me get a location for this same event. So he called me. He's like, I have some great news. And I was like, no. And he told me he got that. And I was like, man, I got to call them and cancel it. But then, right when I was about to make the call, it dawned on me, like, wait, whoa, hold on, Nikhil. Hold on, Multi. Why would you do that when you could just have both places? So, thank you so much. So, I'm like, just have both places and just find another artist or another band or something to perform at this other location. So then I'm like, okay, let me figure that out. So out of the multitudes of artists and performers that I've been watching and encountering and even having worked with before 2020, before what, 2022? Yeah, before 2022. I reached out to CUNA, who is I do this. The start of me like really wanting to do this at like back when I was in elementary school at Drake. And so reached out to her. She was like, "Yeah, cool." And at the time, she had literally only had like a couple performances under her belt that were far and few between. So I'm like, "Okay, cool." And we talked, and I was telling her like, "Okay," she like, "I have no idea like how we do this." 'Cause I'm like, "This is a show just for you. Like, you're the headliner at this location." Hence the term being headliners. Um, and so we talked it out. I talked her through like what to be able to do because I wasn't sure that I was going to even make it to the second location in time because the timings were were so close for both locations. The start time of one is basically, or the end time of one is basically the start time of the other. But I did end up making it and being able to see. Wait, did I make it to this one? No, I did not make it to this one. I had my friend Peggy. She stood in my place for me. Yeah, I did make it to that first, but later on, I never missed a performance. Uh, of the AGCF events that were directly put on by. Yeah, that one directly put on by us. So we did that, and it was madness because having to create the artwork, having to find a whole other location. But I am grateful and blessed that those two were able to help me out with that and talking with these establishments to have these events take place, which Headliners became the first ever event that we did, but it also became a staple, whereas the Headliners events are supposed to be a dual event, uh, whether it be dual themed or dual locations, whether it be two different locations the same night or one place but two different, things going on. And yeah, this first one definitely two different locations. So one was literally north of Chicago or in the north part of Chicago. The other one was in the south side of Chicago, the far south of Chicago. So yeah, it was definitely lived up to its hype or its creation at that moment in time. But even going back beyond that, if there was a event that was supposed to take place in December, which did not happen, that was supposed to be not even an event. We had a client in December, and that event fell through for similar reasons. So I'm like, the band had been working hard and rehearsing to perform, and I didn't want them to not be able to have their hard work pay off. So that's why me and Adam, aka Jeff or Yashua Values, decided to put on an event just to showcase the band. Because we'd already had the setback from COVID when it first started and not being able to have that first performance. And then you fast forward and like our client, because of COVID, couldn't have that event take place. And then we went to January and we almost there. We get close to the finish line, and now another variation of COVID pop up. Like, come on now. Like, nah, not finna just sit there and take that, you know? I refuse. Because I had so much pride and faith and was proud of their hard work and their enthusiasm and wanted to do this. And the fact that the band stood together as long as it had been throughout COVID. Like, we were rehearsing and everything. Not really just for that client's event, but just overall. We've been practicing. We've been in the studio. We've been getting together. We've been jamming. We've been celebrating. We've been getting paid with pizza. Like, been doing stuff. Working hard. And I'm proud of them forever. For them. And so